Very good morning, my dear students. This is L.K. Tripathi from Lakshmi Prasad Memorial Public School, Gola Bazar. My dear students, we shall discuss today about India after independence. That is History chapter 12. This topic will be discussed today. Listen carefully and follow carefully. The British left India after dividing her into India and Pakistan. You know it very well. When India became independent, just after that, the country was divided into two parts, that is India and Pakistan. The amount of loss of life and property because of the partition was unparalleled in the history of any nation. Urvashi Butalia, in her book The Other Side of Silence, wrote about how a Sikh family close to sacrifice all the girls of the household by throwing them in the well instead of them being captured and abused by Muslim mobs. This is very true. The partition of India created many of the loss of life, riot spread in throughout the country. People living in the part of the Pakistan, living in part of India before the partition, they fought together on the basis of their caste, their religion. Muslims attack over Hindus, including Sikhs mostly, because in the side Sikh community is too much. So all types of harassment took place, violence took place, and people were killing and dying together with. So the condition was very terrible, very brutal. The clear evidence we find by the Urvashi Butalia book, what she has written, The Other Side of Silence. Similar atrocities were inflicted on the Muslim as well from their age-old Hindu brothers and their families. People forgot about their old friendships, even about humanity. Do you think partition was inevitable? Had we not been partitioned, what would have been the fate of India? Discuss in the class. People, those who were living together with friendly solidarity, they became rival enemy just after that, and they did not recognize, they did not care for their brotherhood, their friendship, and they became brutal and aggressive against each other to kill them. They forgot the lesson of humanity. So can you say the partition was inevitable? We will say the partition was a black night in the history of India, which took place that time. Now let's get started. India attained independence on 15th August 1947 after a long struggle against the British colonial rule. But independence came only after the country's division into two countries, that is India and Pakistan, along with a number of challenges. These are briefly discussed below. What is that? Creation of the Union of India. At the time of independence, as many as 562 princely states existed throughout India, each having its own ruler, flag, currency, and army. After partition, these princely states were given the choice of joining either India or Pakistan. All the princely states except Junagadh, Kashmir, and Hyderabad acceded to India. Let us see how these states too ultimately became a part of the Indian Union. So, at the time of partition, there was 562 princely states in throughout the country, and it has their own rulers, their own flag, currency, army, everything. Means you can say the kingship was still existed in the country. Many of the states did not wish to remain in Indian territories. They wanted to go to Pakistan. And they were Junagadh, Kashmir, Hyderabad. They were eager to be not the part of India. Rest of the territories and princely states desired to be the part of India. Now we have to see what happened after that. Junagadh. The Nawab of Junagadh, a small state on the coast of Kathiawar, wanted to join Pakistan. In February 1948, the people voted in favor of joining India. The Nawab fled to Pakistan and the state acceded to the Indian Union. Second, Hyderabad. Hyderabad was one of the largest princely states of India because of increasing lawlessness in the Nizam's territory. In September 1948, Indian troops entered Secunderabad and the Nizam surrendered. Hyderabad acceded to India. In this way, Hyderabad became the part of Indian territory. So, the troop was sent there to control Hyderabad Nizam, who was not in favor to be the part of Indian territory. Kashmir, unlike Hyderabad and Junagadh, the ruler of Kashmir was a Hindu ruling over a Muslim majority. Maharaja Hari Singh delayed the accession of the state as he had secret plans of remaining independent. At this time, Kashmir was invaded by tribal people from Pakistan. Hari Singh appealed to India for help, and in return, he agreed to join India with special concessions. Pakistan and some people in Kashmir failed, cheated, and a war broke out between the two countries. In 1948, the United Nations Trust froze the battle line as the line of actual control between India and Pakistan. Independence of French and Portuguese colonies. In 1948-49, the French administration at Mahe and Chandergaon surrendered. In 1954, the government of India and France entered into an agreement under which the French rule in all the territories came to an end. In the same year, Dadra and Nagar Haveli were liberated from the Portuguese. The Indian Army moved to Goa in December 1961 and expelled the Portuguese. With this, the whole of India became independent and united. Partition and the rehabilitation of refugees. Soon after the declaration of partition, India and Pakistan saw the worst ever communal riots. As a result, millions of people on both sides of the border were forced to leave their homes. As many as 8.5 million people migrated to India. To provide them with immediate relief, shelter, and employment, a rehabilitation ministry was created. New townships and colonies were developed to resettle them. As financial help, loans were given by state governments for starting business and industries. Gradually, the displaced people were assimilated into the mainstreams of society. Democracy and development. At the time of independence, people of India were divided into castes, religions, classes, and languages. So the political leadership faced an uphill task of forging them together into a single nation state. While keeping intact the essential spirit of pluralism, the leaders were also supposed to promote unity and fulfill the expectations of the people, particularly their economic aspirations. The greatest challenge facing India in 1947 was that of development. This was a challenging period for this country. That was the period of 1947, which is known as the year of independence. So, after the independence, a new challenge came out for India, that was the developmental activities. For a vast majority of people living in villages, agriculture was the main source of income, which in turn was completely dependent on the monsoons. Another problem was that Large parts of arable and irrigated tracts of land had gone to Pakistan. In urban centers, factory workers lived in crowded slums without health care and educational facilities. In order to tackle all these problems effectively, the country needed a set of guidelines and regulations. We should be instrumental in achieving the goal of all round development while keeping intact the spirit of pluralism and democracy. So, India had need different types of guidelines, rules, and regulations so that the country could be instrumental and the spirit of pluralism and democracy. For that, there was need of many of the changes, many of the steps to be taken in the favor of all these activities. Due to that, the need for a new constitution for the country became indispensable. So, for that, a new constitution was needed for this country to be constructed. Now, see this box. The Constituent Assembly took 3 years to complete the task of framing the Constitution. After a long discussion, long study, up to the 3 years near about, it took to frame the Constitution. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, noted scholar, lawyer, and champion of Dalit rights, played a vital role in the drafting of the Constitution. It was put in force on 26 January 1950. So, no doubt, the credit goes to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar to frame such types of constitution with the help of other scholars and other experts in the favor of country. Now some figures are there which you can observe easily that how the condition emerged of the country during the partition. People are going away, they are leaving the places by all means without caring their health, caring their family members. Anyhow, they want to save their life. The condition was very difficult those days, we can say frankly. Rest we have to discuss in the next video. Till then, thank you.